Alright, here we go. Monsters. Unseen is still in. He's gonna drain a unit by half. So that means, like, basically whoever you're targeting, you're gonna gain its power is yours. So for example, if you're targeting 12, you are gonna get 6 yourself. You're gonna get boosted for 6 and he's gonna lose 6. So that's kinda it. And if you're targeting, well, how much you gonna target to be, for this to be okay? I don't know, like 13-ish, 7. You take away 7, you gain 7. Oh, maybe even less than that. Well, 12 is about right. Like 12, 13, 14. That's kind of what you're like aiming for. Possibly kill a unit. No, you can't kill a unit. You're just draining them. So that's it. Erdin is the same, but his options are a little bit buffed. Vault-Hunt DRAKKAR. Aura, boost all Vault-Hunt allies by 1. Passive ability that is undone when the unit is destroyed or locked. Are you kidding me? Did they nerf the ship? I think it's the same. But that certainly doesn't help it. So they buffed the Rider and the Hound. Those were the best ones already. Vault-Hunt Warrior. Deal 2 damage to the enemy if the enemy is destroyed or is under frost. Boost up by 2. Okay. But it's a conditional 12. Like, why would you bother? Anyhow. We got Mr. Horse here. Crates. Yeah, they've nerfed it from 65. Create a bronze or silver beast. It looks disgusting as hell. I have to be sad. But I guess he's a leader. And this is immune spider. This is basically Unseen Elder. The old Unseen Elder. Fucking 2.0. Who's immune and has more power. And DAGON went from 5 to 6, 5 to 8. Spawn Fog or Rain. There's really no point in casting Rain. Rain is basically X-Men, or maybe not even X-Men because the X-Men prefer the Scudding Storm. Fog is just for the Foglets and Ancient Foglets, and I guess DAGON does that all the time. And Frost is just for Erdin, so that's it. Gas is the same. Yeah, same. BREWESS Ritual, resurrect two bronze Deathfish units. Looks pretty good to me. Same thing. After 2 turn, charm the highest enemy in the opposite row. Yeah, powerful, but also pretty easy to shut down. Same thing, by the way. Choose 1. Strengthen all relics by 2. What the f? Are you kidding me? They changed this. Or no? No, they didn't change it. Whenever they are, or play bronze or silver relic from your deck and strengthen it by 2. That's just fine. Like, the plan B is fine. I suppose. And strengthening all the relics is actually not that good. Because you kind of hope to see an 18. And in order to get value from that, you gotta boost a lot of units, and you are looking for like 12. I mean, you wanna see like 6 units get affected by that boost. Same thing, hardly surprising. Wait, they buffed it from 4 to 6. It's an 18 instead of a 16. Okay, play a bronze or silver organic card from your deck. I guess we could check out the organic cards, but like this looks pretty good. Like, especially with a silver organic card, that's pretty impactful for your deck. Scrap. Look at that. Okay, whatever. It was not that popular even before. I think it's just doing damage to guys in the frost is not perfect. Resurrect units as spawn powered draggers until you fill this unit's row. Oh, this could be pretty damn good. Okay. So that means that he becomes an 18. Which is fine. Also, like, this is really good with like any kind of spam strategy, I suppose. This is crap. This is most likely crap. Oh yeah. Monster Nest is the same. We're not gonna look at the units in here. Yeah, DEVANA RUNESTONE is totally fine. It's a weaker Manticore Venom. And an alternative to Swallow Potion. I don't really see a lot of fantasy in this card. Also, it looks fucked up. Play a Bronze Deathwish unit from your deck, consume it, and boost self by its base power. Silver. It's only bronze. So, for example, we play at a Rot Fiend, we eat it, come on 9, trigger its effect. Well, we just gotta consider the fact that we are. It's a 1 plus a bronze. Plus triggers the Death Wish. Plus consume synergy. That's borderline card. Yeah, I've seen this. Consume all bronze and silver units in your graveyard and boost up by 1 for each. Insane! If you're spamming units, this is just a godlike finisher for your deck. Like, it has no timer on it. Like, what? Like, this is gonna be like... What we gonna see, guys? I'm calling it right now. What we gonna see is, like, spam strategy. Just spam like crazy, possibly with some carryover. And, like, more time last round and, like, hey, like, this is just better than so many cards. And the only weakness to her is that if the first rounds gets resolved, I don't know. Like, no. You just want to fight. Like, with this, you just want to fight the first rounds. You want to go, wanna go crazy in one of them at least. Just make sure that the round 3 is like a short one. Because with Morntard, it's gonna be easy. Of course, Mortard's gonna have its counters like Peter, so we'll see. But if your opponent doesn't have its counter, like, hey, what's up? I got 30 points. They buffed it by 1. Same thing. Same thing. Wait, what? Nekurot? Drink the blood of the continent. Continents. What? Continent since the conjunction? Whatever. Probably should have not bothered to read that. Choose one, apply full moon boon. Or apply a blood moon hazard. So, Moonlight is a spell that you can... It's a monster spell, right? Okay, it's a monster spell. It's just straight up better. And he can spawn it. So 5 plus spawn a very flexible weather is kind of nice. So this is just a fine unit, I believe. Deal 8 damage to a non-monster unit. His value. I'm like, you're just not gonna play this just for 13. You gotta be like gunning for something that is gonna have extra value later. I'll go bronze. Consume a bronze or silver unit from either graveyard and boost it by its power. So it's KAYRAN. It's just the crones. This is garbage. Like, I don't get it. What? It's an 11. Potentially a 13. This is a 13 right away. I guess this is the only thing this has going for it. That maybe the tags. I don't know how valuable those are, but looks like the ships are just garbage. It's buffed by 1. Draw a unit, then only a unit. Worth saying. Consume a unit and boost self by its consume a unit. So it cannot eat spells. Jotun is the same. Same thing here. Lesser Ifrit. I remember the time Ifrit used to be a pretty good one. But now it's just becoming weaker and weaker because the power level just keeps going up. Strengthen all your insectoid and curse units by 1 wherever they are. Yeah, but this is a card that you want to play early, or else it's just not gonna worth it. Again, you're looking for like a 6-7, in this case, 6-7 value from this particular silver. So you're gonna play this and 6-7 insectoid and curse units. All yours. So I think it also boosts itself. So I think it's gonna be 6. It's a 17 base. Whether this unit is damaged, deal 2 damage to self. So it gets more punished by getting damaged. But it's decent base power. It's good in a passive meta. They boosted the spy. Strengthened the spy by 1 point. Same thing. Sure. Same thing. So, Moonlight. Apply a boon to an allied row that boosts random beast or vampire by 2 on their start. So this is just straight up better than Weather, I believe. Straight up better than just hitting your opponent, because you just control this. You can put people in it. And it's a lot harder to clear it. And Blood Moon, apply hazard to an enemy row that deals 2 damage to all units on contact. So this doesn't deal damage over time, but this generates value over time. But this actually, so you have on one end a Weather that boosts yourself all the time. Pretty fucking good. On the other end, you got like a semi-lacerate that also hits people that ends up on the same row. So if you just drown in someone there, like, that's cool. I think that this is definitely the main effect here, the full moon. So yeah, looks good to me. Same. Choose a gnome mage, Wild Hunt ally, and play a copy of it from your deck. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. They buffed it by 1. I'm not sure how much is gonna matter, but I guess. I don't really see the need for it, but I guess we'll see. Same. What? Summon a copy of this unit whenever you destroy an allied beast. So it doesn't shoot anymore. That's the only change. Play a Frost from your deck. Play a Moonlight from your deck. So these are very similar. What do you guys think? Are we gonna be Team Wild Hunt or Team Sexy Bitch? What do you guys think? Necker's buffed in the graveyard now? Wherever it is? That's true. Like, Moonlight is just a better spell. Okay. Ice Troll, duel an enemy if it's under frost. Deal double damage. So sure. Like, this is like a 12-ish. If you just kill somebody. What if you hit something that has 9 strength? It's gonna be fine. What if you hit something that has 10? Like, you kill it as well. So it's like a 12. I'm not too sold on this. This is obviously works best with the unit. Let's just get out of this. With the unit that boosts the Ogroids. I think you might want to consider that. I'm not even sure which one is that. It has rather high base power. No? Oh, this is it. Sleeping Giant. Strengthen all Ogroids, but... how do you... Okay. Ogroids. We see that, like, do you want to build a deck out of Ogroids? Like, okay, you got that. Oh, fuck. You got Ice Troll, but what else really makes sense? Like you want to build an Ice Troll, a Necker deck with Goliath, Jotun, and Ice Giant. I guess you can do like the Ice Giant Ice Troll combo. By the way, this is the same thing, but I kind of want to go in order. I just see like, okay, you boost the Ogroids, sure, but do you want to build an all Ogroid deck? I'm not so sure. So I'm calling it that guy's probably gonna be garbage. Anyway, where was I? Okay, here. Akimara, drain the unit by 3. Steal power from the unit. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. So this is on 11, but... Meh. What is with the Cyclops? We'll get there. We'll get there. Akimara, WERECAT, deal 5 damage to an enemy, then 1 damage to all enemies under Blood Moon. Yeah, we know about this. This is fine. I'm not particularly excited about this. 12 if you have Frost. By the way, it keeps the buff. You don't get the drain thing so far. I'm not sold either. Like, it looks like just a weaker damage. Like the whole drain thing doesn't really serve a purpose. I'm not sold on that. Whoa, what the fuck? Spawn 2 lesser DAOs? Why is it called DAO? DAO! What? Why is it called a DAO? The fuck is this? Is it just like a... Anyhow, this is pretty damn good. 14 power. 18 carryover. You guys want some DAOs? This looks good. Hey guys. I think DAO is pretty damn good. I could see this guy doing well. I don't know. This looks pretty damn strong. Welcome to the carryover overloads again. DAO is the name of the Earth Elemental, same as Ifrit is the name of for the Fire Elementals. But I know about Ifrit. But I don't know about DAO. His name got buffed? It got buffed. Like, this is a unique name. I like it. This is good. This is really good. This is a really good unit. It's only not good playing it late, but if you play it early, this is fucking great. CELAENO HARPY. It's got buffed by 1. Simple as that. But DAO. Oh my god. This is a big winner here. This went from a 10 to a 14. Combine him with the troll from Bergen. Yeah, that would work. I don't get it. Now thing is, I could go into detail about this. I even thought about making a video about this, but this is just a quickly run over the cards part here. I don't get the damage that much, because, don't get me wrong, damage, pretty good. If you can deny extra value, sure. But many times, the damage is maybe too much or quite not enough. And, you know, if your opponent has like a unit that has like 6 health, like, let's just say like he has an Imperial Enforcer and has 6 health. What is this good for? Like, it's total garbage. Like, having 2 Wyverns, total garbage. Like, I don't know, like, I just don't necessarily like how damage is working, because like in one meta you might really value like 6 damage, but much more than that is garbage, and less than that is garbage, but you want 6. But you might need 7, and 6 is garbage. If it lasts, then it's garbage. If it lasts, it's always garbage. So I don't know, like, what's about the damage? I even kind of wish that, like, damage worked a little bit differently, because the viability of these cards, and somewhat the archetype, because it's a Draconet, very much depends on what you're trying to hit, and most likely this is gonna be garbage, and the really good damaging units are not these types. Not these types, but like Imperial Enforcer. Again, I'm gonna bring that up, because it's not gonna hit like, 1 times for 6, it's gonna hit for like 3 times for 2. That's a lot better. If this hit for 3 times for 2, that's a lot better than 1 times for 5 or 1 times for 6. This would be a lot better. Would be also, like, other question is, does it have enough damage to be relevant and destroy something that actually matters? I hating. Enforcer is nerfed? I hope so. But yeah, like I just don't see in this current game, or like at least knowing about the previous game, that 5 damage is gonna be like, oh my god, 5 damage. Brand Warrior, consume the unit to the right, and on turn start, boost up by its power. Every 2 turns, repeat its ability, same thing. Wow. 6 power, deal 4 damage to the enemy if it's under the Blood Moon. If enemy's under Blood Moon, deal 7 damage instead. So it's a 13. It's a base 10 that becomes a 13 if the enemy's under the Blood Moon. And this is like not like me making this look lame, but some cards don't have the premiums. They changed the COCKATRICE? The fuck is this? Reset a unit? They got rid of the whole Deathwish archetype, or not? Like I guess it was called the Deathwish archetype. I guess if you're resetting like 6 boost or more, this is good. Definitely a situational one. So, like this is kind of even worse, because we see the Draconet archetype again, very situational. What we see here, very situational. Like underpowered, unless it's just like very specific. So unless your opponent is running a bunch of 5 strength dudes who can get extra power and boosts, the Draconet archetype is not gonna see play, guys. Barbigazi, same thing as Ekimara, except they roll like a Droidicas. That's fucking awesome. Do the Barbigazis do that? Like, it's awesome as hell. I like it. It's a 12 at most. I don't think it's gonna be particularly exciting. Same thing. I think that's totally fair. This unit was awesome. Oh, slide buff the ARCHESPORE. Move a random unit and deal 1 damage. Well, move to random row and deal 1 damage to a random enemy at on turn start. Deathwish, deal 4 damage to a random enemy. On the turn start. So you place this, and in 5 turns, this becomes an 11. Unless it gets killed at any point. But, yeah. But it would need to be a 12. So you place this, and in 6 turns, this becomes an average unit. Complete garbage. Anyway, let's go. Vault-Hunt DRAKKAR. Aura, boost all Vault-Hunt allies by 1. I just don't see this. Like, you need to boost a lot of Vault-Hunt allies. Like, I know, I play the ships because I'm just the kind of guy who likes to be a hipster. And the ships can be good in a specific scenario, but your opponent can really shut it down, and especially with the power level going up, like, you really need to affect a lot of Vault-Hunt units for this Vault-Hunt DRAKKAR to be okay. And it's an aura. If this unit dies, it's just it's over. Werewolf, boost by 7 on contact with full moon. This is insane! What are you doing? Not only you got a really good weather effect on yourself, but the werewolf gets stronger by it. Insane. You can follow this up. Oh my god, this is amazing. This card is freaking bonkers. It's seal titles, avatars, to Season 6. They don't care. I just want to see the cards. Spider's a little bit better. This is still yet to find its place. Because, generating... Well, it's good in the long term, maybe. Wait. Whenever you consume a unit, spawn a ARACHAS hatchling. No, it doesn't take damage anymore and has more health. So, repeat up to 3 times. It has a limit. It has a limit, but doesn't take damage anymore. So at most, this is 17 power, which is actually pretty damn good. Oh, this is a lot better. This is oh my god, I almost dismissed it out of hand, but no, that would be a big mistake because it doesn't take damage anymore, and it's not about like going for a crazy long round, like spawning like 5 spiders to make it worth it. It's not that. ARACHAS Behemoth is about just spawning a few times. You don't have to like do it a lot. If it spawns 1 time, it's not worth it. If it spawns not at all, it's not worth it. But if it spawns twice, only twice, it's already a 14. Clearly worth it. This unit is not to be underestimated. And at most it's a 17. And only 3 consumes. That's really not that hard. It's a summon all ARACHAS drones. That does this as well. This is just... Guys... I was just about to underestimate this card, but this card is fucking insane. You could see, yeah. I have no idea why they kept it like this. It still looks very much garbage to me. Consume 2 allies and boost up by their power. Sure. It's good with the Harpy, I guess. Forktail. Like the thing to keep in mind here, I don't know if you can find the Ran. Just by scrolling. Okay, it's probably better just to click on it. So this is where we have Forktail, this is where we have Vran. So Vran is a 6 that keeps consuming. It consumes 1 right away. Then it keeps consuming. When it consumes 1, it's worse than the Forktail. If when it consumes 2, it's worse than the Forktail. When it consumes 3 times, it is potentially better than the Forktail. But the Forktail does it instantly. So, like you do it like 1 turn pass, 2 turns pass, 3 turns pass, 4 and 5. Ram Warrior is better than the Forktail, but possibly in 5 turns. The Forktail is instant. You just play the Forktail, you have more power, you consume 2 allies, and it looks sweet. So Forktail not to be underestimated by any means. It looks pretty damn sweet. And Vran is only better in the long round. Like I'm pretty sure that I'm right about this. You guys, you place it, one consume, then nothing happens, then consume again, then 3 turns passed at that point, and 4 turns pass, and 5 at the and on the 5th turn, he could be better than the Forktail. So Forktail is definitely one to consider if you value reliable options. Did I cover NAVIGATOR already? No, we're going in order. I try not to not make any of these I don't know, faction analyses. Like it's just initial. Like we're just gonna see. Last way too long, but just go over everything. And it's really nice to point out that I was about to dismiss the ARACHAS Behemoth, but no, this is strong. And definitely needs to be considered, especially with the new Forktail. We're just finding what's OP, I guess. Griffin, trigger a Deathfish of a bronze ally. Is this good? Oh, I guess we're gonna see. Destroy an ally and deal its power as damage. Okay, so this is gone, so only the Griffin. Oh my god. So if we play, so we gotta find the strongest Deathfish out there. So this is, I just say like average 6. This is average 4. Sure, it could be even less. That's why I'm saying average. But the best one and easily the most reliable one is DAO. Look at that. The Deathfish spawn 2 4s. That's really good. So if you play a Griffin with DAO, then you're getting 17 points out of the Griffin. Dow plus Griffin. Thumbs you up. Move a hazard on an enemy row to a different row. Boy, I could make so many OP monster decks. The players would be crying about it for weeks. Did the crab spiders come out when you trigger the ARACHAS Behemoth? Yeah. Actually, these ARACHAS drones come out. Move a hazard on an enemy row to a different row. I'm not sure how much I like this. Like, you're really like, it has highest power and you move it, but wouldn't you just really move people in it instead? Actually, this has an extra value. This is actually the best build with Moonlight. Because any kind of other weather is value generating weather. Like, for example, you move a frost and they start taking frost damage. And I believe some of you pointed out that if you move the fog, I guess we can see that. Move the fog, you actually end up spawning another foglet if you have the option. So I guess that could be good to generate like 4 value. But I believe the best use of the bridge troll is clearly the Moonlight that I'm trying to find right now. So you just move this hazard and deal 2 damage to all enemies on that row. Like, you just play a Blood Moon and your opponent just play like 4 units on some other row, and you just move the hazard there. And it's not doing anything on the current row anyway, because your opponent is not playing there. But you just move the Blood Moon there, and guess what? A lot of points. Anyway, Ancient Foglet boost by 1 if Fog is on the board on turn end. So this is a massive buff, because it used to be an 8 that only buffed on turn start. So this is 3-point buff. Quite justified, I must say. Increase the damage dealt by Frost on the opposite row by 1. It's the same thing. So Valthan Rider got stronger by 1, and the Foglet is stronger. I would argue the Foglet is better, because the extra damage you deal from the Frost could easily be lost, but the boost you get probably won't be lost. So this is just nice. And keep in mind, with this, the weather might be somewhat considered weak, but if you have a fog on the board, you play this as a 11. The next turn, it's a 12. So technically you spent 1 turn establishing the fog, then the Ancient Foglet, then Ancient Foglet buffed up. So in 3 turns you got a 12 string Ancient Foglet, 12 power Ancient Foglet, and that's just basically average. And in any single turn after that, the Ancient Foglet is just gonna get better and better. And if you just keep dropping other Ancient Foglets, then they're gonna have actually not the same strength as the first one. So that's nice. So Ancient Foglet and Valthan Rider, I think these are a really strong synergy with the Frost and Fog archetype. Clear hazards on its row. Okay, sure. And it doesn't steal from the graveyard anymore. Just clears the hazard. But it's like 2 weaker than average. It's not too bad still. And because of these, worth pointing out again, that because of these high power level units, high strength, I don't know if you guys want to see some gameplay instead, but I'm just curious about how the game works. That is the most interesting to me. Then we're gonna play it. And because these have really high power level, that actually made the goal better as well. So we can just eat those, and it's already a 14. So we don't have to like really go out of our way to like, okay, look at this shit. Like 11 power, no ability. Like, why would you bother with that? Like, even if you're just, well, relict. I don't know about the relict archetype. But the point is, you can get so strong. Like, why would you bother like using that when you can, like, I would rather run a goals in a Valthan with Valthan Riders or like Ancient Foglets or something like that than deal with than just making the ghouls a little bit weaker than just like play on nothing. Spawn a wolf on either side on contact with full moon. So it's a 12 in the full moon, but I just don't get it. Okay, it's a 10 base that becomes a 12 in the full moon. But we have this guy who's a 7 base, who becomes a 14 in the full moon. And I think that kind of matters. Like, I would play this guy and probably would not bother with the Alpha Werewolf at all. At all. Unless like, generating beast tokens is somewhat of a value, but I doubt that. It gets the relic buff though. Strengthen all relics by 2. I suppose, but do you still want to run the relic deck? I guess we can check it out. It looks to me that the relics are kind of garbage. And boosting all the relics is really not going to be worth it. I'm not even sure if you want to consider... wait. Which one is... This one plays the relics. So, this is a good relic. This is a bad relic. These are garbage relics. And Feed is garbage too. So, the only good relic is... Play a bronze or silver relic. So, none of these cool ones. Honestly... WEAVESS Incantation is garbage. Because I think Morwood is the only one I would consider. Or maybe Striga. That's it. Especially you want to play silvers along with it. But like, you can't really... Okay, this is just... Forget about the relic archetype. It's bad. Anyway, last and definitely least. Destroy an ally and deal its powers damage. Okay. What's the point? I guess it could be good with Deathwish. I guess. So let's just say like you're using it on Dao and you end up spawning the lesser Daos, but let's just that we cannot attribute that strength to the Cyclops, so you're just doing 6. Yeah, you aren't even doing 6 because you're destroying 6, so... This is like a... This is just an 11. With a somewhat flexible damage. Like, that Griffin is a lot better. Like, with the Daos. Dao for life, guys. Anyway, that's it. Let's check out Nilfgaard.